With new AI tools like Claude and Codex, developers are shipping faster than ever, but that also means more bugs than ever. Today I'm going to show you how to set up a free zero instrumentation dashboard that allows you to inspect all HTTP endpoints and how I've been using that along with an agent loop to resolve issues faster than ever. So to get started, we're going to head over to the httpwatch GitHub page. And if I scroll down, there's actually just a single Docker command to get started. So I can copy that, head on over to my terminal, paste it in, and it's going to go pull that image and give it just a second and we'll get started up. Cool. So with that running, we can see that it started on localhost 8080. So if we go back to the web browser, for me, this is actually running on a remote host, but for you, if it's running on your own system, it would just be localhost. But so I'm going to go to stick 8080 because that's the host name. You have to sign in. So you click sign in with Yeet. It's going to take us over to the main login page. If you're not logged in, you'll have to log in first. But in this case, I was already logged in, and I'm going to pair it with our namespace Yeet because that's the one that we use for the company. Cool, host paired. So now I can close this tab. And what you'll see is that immediately I start seeing things flowing in. I've got two things going on here. One of them is actually the events that are serving this web page itself. So I can see like API auth, API alerts. I can see all of the things that actually power the web page. Because the thing about httpwatch and Yeet in general, it's a very dynamic thing. I can narrow this down as much as I want, or it can see every single thing that's happening. So in the default mode, I'm watching all of the traffic across all of my interfaces. But so if we want to, we can dig in a little bit deeper into one of these. So I can see all of the requests for when somebody wants to get this specific book. I've got a little test book service going here to kind of walk you guys through it. I can also see a result of all of the requests that are coming through for reviews. So I can see like book ID 8344 has got a rating of 5, and I can do this for every request. It's showing me the whole body. So that's kind of cool, but let's talk about maybe if something were to go wrong. Imagine that I were to take this books API and I wanted to update the API on it. Or imagine that this was a third-party API and it's an upstream and they update their API, right? So if that happens, then all of a sudden what we'll start seeing is, oh no, there's a 400. Okay, so what's going on in there? Well, we can see that there was a field removed called reviewer name. And so our client is still trying to access that field despite the fact that it no longer exists on the API. This is fine and I can pick it up really easily here, but here's the thing. Nobody really wants to have to sit and watch their dashboard 24/7, right? Like you want to be alerted of it. Okay, so I'm going to roll back the API and we'll see that we start going back to 201s and we're picking up all the reviews. Well, what we can do through this dashboard is that we can actually trigger alerts, and these are native through Yeet, and they will actually be routed directly to our OAuth paired Slack client. So if I go into here, I can say on every endpoint, if any 4xx alert happens, I want to send it to my random channel. That's just where we send our alerts. And what I'll see now is that although these are 200ing, if I go into a random channel and I actually move the API forward, what we'll see is instantly we get an alert. Oh no, our /reviews endpoint is causing issues. So I can click open an HTTP watch. This is going to show me immediately where that error is happening. But I can also click show more and I'll see that it's giving me a little bit more context. So the cool thing about what I can do here and how I've been using this to actually resolve issues faster is I gave my AI agent immediate access to be able to see all of these errors as they get reported into our alerts channel. So then they have the context to check the code, correlate it with the error, and actually propose a fix, all without me ever having to go take a look at it. And so if I actually go over to this project, I had my agent pick it up and it was able to open a PR as me and tell me exactly what went wrong. 2-line fix. Send reviewer ID with reviewer slugs instead of display names. And so it was able to grab the full context from the alert and actually propose a fix so I can, go through here, approve it, and make sure that it's not doing anything that's going to break. But what this has done is effectively close that loop. So while we're shipping code faster than ever, we need to also be able to remediate bugs faster than ever. Because while we can catch a lot of things in our CI and our unit tests, some things are just going to happen in production that are emergent behavior once you have a real loaded system touching it. And that's kind of where we step in. Our dynamic instrumentation pipeline gives you a free way to do this. You don't have to pay for logs, you get instant alerting, and it plugs into your agents natively. They can even read these dashboards. Like httpwatch has a markdown rendering view where if an agent curls this website, it's not going to show them this human HTML page. It's going to give them markdown and teach them how to discover the information that they need to solve your problems. But so now that it's done this, I can just merge this pull request and my user's experience doesn't have to be bothered. If this sounds interesting to you, this is just scraping the tip of the iceberg in terms of what Yeet is capable of. If your kernel can see it, so can Yeet. And that kind of free dynamic observability is going to be the key to fixing all of the bugs that come along with the AI coding generation. So if you want to try this for yourself, head over to the httpwatch GitHub page and, like I showed, boot it up with one command. Or, even better, build a new version. You can totally switch this. This is not just for inspecting HTTP. You could make a gRPC snoop. You could make anything happening where it's opening a file on your system. The world is your oyster. Or the kernel is your oyster, I guess. But yeah. So check it out, guys. I would love to see what you guys think of it. Thanks. Bye.